World War II and airborne operations go hand in hand. No true World War game is complete without them, really. With yesterday's update, there are a lot of questions, concerns, and hype around the addition of paratroopers. In today's video, I'm going to be going over what we know for sure, some questions and concerns I have with this update. So let's get into it. Here's what we know for sure thus far. As of right now, the time of this video, a premium bundle sale is going on for $60, which will include German and US paratrooper squads. I'll go into the sale in a bit, but it's pretty much standard practice for Darkflow to, bring out a premium squad in order to inject cash flow into the development. If the cost of a AAA game title seems high to you, well, you aren't alone, and there's going to be another way for you to get an airborne squad in the near future, and that's going to be in the way of events. From the sounds of the wording, this event will be coming in the next few weeks and will resemble the reinforcements event we just had a few weeks ago. We also have a pretty good idea on how these squads are going to work in game. You're going to be able to call in a drop zone anywhere in the combat zone. Now, the combat zone is the important part, as in the game, the combat zone is the current portion you are fighting over, so you aren't going to be able to jump into the gray zone. Or can you? Well, it isn't going to be exactly easy, but you can manually exit the plane before reaching the drop LZ you set. We also know that once you hit the ground, you're going to have a supply drop where you can switch out your troopers' equipment to pretty much anything, it sounds like, including the engineer hammer. This will allow you to build anything from rallies to heavy machine guns. This is where I have a lot of concerns. My biggest one is going to be the balance of the overall game. If I'm able to drop anywhere and build a rally and then defenses around it, how are the defenders supposed to hold ground? Think about the Normandy beach level. What stops me from just dropping behind the MG nest and bypassing all the German defensive lines, putting up a rally for the rest of my team just to overrun the enemy? Seems a bit OP to me. Now you might say, well, Enlighten, how is that different than now? Well, simply, I have to get an engineer back there in order to do that. Right now you can just be able to drop from the undefended sky to accomplish this, it sounds like. I am also wondering, can the whole squad pick up hammers? If they can, what stops me from just building little Gibraltar on the flanks and keeping the enemy from just getting back into the point to defend it with, AT guns or heavy machine guns? This could be a non-issue because we know that the transport planes are going to be their historical accurate counterpart, and I'm going to assume they can be shot down by either ground fire or aircraft. But my question is there going to be an indicator that the paradrop is inbound for friendly or enemy forces, similar to how we see with the bombing run call-ins? I at least hope that there is some kind of friendly forces indication that a drop is inbound, so that the fighters already up in the air could help protect those transport planes and just make a little bit more teamwork between the team. I'm also really happy with this update, being able to have something to do as a fighter main. A lot of times you're in these P-51s or these BF-109s and you really can't influence how the ground battle is going. And if you guys want to learn how to fly planes more effectively, I suggest you check out this video right here. But if you can actually shoot down these transport planes, I think that the fighter role is going to have a more important impact to the battle itself. Then there's the historical question. Right now we have squads in game like the 101st and the 82nd. Both are actually airborne squads. Are they going to be capable of doing a paradrop, or are they going to be changed to a different squad before we see the new progression change? I'm working to get answers on those questions for you guys, and we'll follow up in the community tab on this channel and on our Discord, so be sure to subscribe and check that out. As far as effectiveness, it's really going to depend on a lot of factors. We could have it where the aircraft and paratroopers are very slow to get to the drop zone and their descent is very slow, which would make them virtually useless, as a heavy machine gun and small arms fire is going to either kill the entire squad or the aircraft itself. Basically, it's going to be Duck Hunt of World War II. If the drops are too fast, you're going to have a super powerful force that can strike anywhere in any direction, and there's really no way to stop it. Historically speaking, airborne operations were done at night or in under-defended areas. This really isn't possible with the level design of Enlisted currently. And this brings us to, the premium squad bundle. Is it worth $60 for you to buy? Well, aesthetically, the squad looks good and unique. More the Americans than the Germans, but I have no complaints about either one of them. You get a profile picture of an airborne guy, which is meh looking at best for me, and a nameplate of a parachute. Equipment wise for this squad, I'm a bit meh as well. Personally, a 100-round Thompson sounds good, but I hate the sights and recoil of pretty much all the Thompsons in the game. The Lanchester is still a better option for competitive play in my opinion. And for the Germans, you're basically getting an FG-42 too, which I already have, as do most people at this point. So nothing I see as a selling point in the way of weapons. Unless the event squad is drastically different than the premium bundle, I wouldn't really recommend it. Will I get it? Yeah, but that's because I need to do a review on it for release. Now, I could be completely wrong about this bundle, and you guys will know about that in the review video upon release, so be sure to click that bell notification to make sure you don't miss it. I am really hopeful for Paratroopers, and I hope it could lead to some cool new game modes like air assault. I'm thinking like a night map. The Germans have to defend multiple objectives throughout the whole map, while the airborne guys can drop anywhere. You could like limit the tanks to just the defending side, and it would make those games feel a bit more tactical. And I honestly just want the Crete assault map too. The real question with Paratroopers, once you get past the hype, is are they going to be useful or just another mechanic of the game that no one uses, like the flask or binos, etc. We all expected this coming into the game after the roadmap release, and if you want to learn about that, I suggest you click on this video here. If you want to see the direction that Hell Let Loose is going, Enlisted's biggest rival, then I suggest you click this video here. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as it does help me with the YouTube algorithm. As always, scholars, hit those books and hit those bottles. Cheers.